First of all, pardon my pronunciation of all these things because like I'm a white, half Puerto Rican man with 29% proficiency in Spanish on Duolingo, and that's about it. Client's blowing up my phone. Sorry, can't respond. I'm meeting with Robert today. But I'll get back to you at the soonest, earliest convenience. Hello and welcome back to Eating with Robert. Today we're in Chinatown, one of the last good places in Manhattan. And we're here to eat Zha Jiang Mian. We're also gonna go to K-Town to have Jajangmyeon. It's actually pretty interesting, right? So we're in Chinatown, New York. We're going to eat a dish from Shandong, China, the north of China, but it's very popular in Beijing, okay? But this restaurant is called Shanghai Asian Cuisine, which is not near Beijing. And then we're gonna go to K-Town to eat a Chinese Korean version of this dish that originates in Chinatown in Korea. Okay? Chinatown, K-Town, Korea, Shandong, Beijing, Shanghai, New York City. It should be obvious at this point, I love Asian food and I love supporting Asian businesses. Make sure you come out and do it. It's a really, really scary time. It's fucked up. I hate it. And the only thing I can do is come out here and, you know, spread love. Chinatown, one of the greatest places on earth. Let's go eat some Jajangmyeon. Let's go.
Actually, the Shanghai style food is strongly, the tasty. Jajangmyeon originally is from Beijing, but in China, it's a lot of the districts they have it. It's different style. I chose like Peking style and Sichuan style mix. How?
Yeah.
I will show you the later. All ingredients.
All right, so we're here. We're at Shanghai Asian Cuisine. Maggie just welcomed us with open arms. We got to talk with Sammy in the kitchen. He showed us how to make Zha Jiang Mian. I also learned how to pronounce it. I think that's a better pronunciation. All I can say about this dish right now is that I'm glad I gave Alex a side plate because I could devour this whole thing, and I'm going to talk about it in a second, but oh boy, this dish is incredible. He uses udon. They're super slippery, chewy, and the first thing that hits you is like this sweetness, and then all this cucumber, pork, and tofu, and then the texture of the noodle. The texture of this dish is what really is so comforting about it. Obviously the flavor is really, really warm and a little bit sweet, but it's this texture, this like mouth-fillingness, the softness, the chew. I mean, I could see why someone would say that this reminds them of their childhood. Like, I'm already feeling nostalgic for a childhood that isn't my own. So Sammy just brought out 3 more dishes. So he made me regular soup dumpling, crab soup dumpling, and then black truffle soup dumpling. I mean, this is crazy, man. A black truffle dumpling? What's going on? I'm a bit scared. I'm like a bit hesitant. Black truffle is really intense, man. I'm having a very like calm time. When you throw black truffle in the mix, it's like, come on. Wow. I mean, I feel like I want to shed a tear right now. That was so good. It's so earthy. The texture's perfect. Tons of broth. It reminds me actually of this black truffle peachy that I had in Umbria. I mean, I'm speechless. Shanghai Asian Cuisine, oh my God. All these dishes were amazing. I love Chinatown. I love Chef Sammy. I love Maggie. Thank you guys so much for feeding us. And let's go to K-Town and see what's going on with Jajangmyeon. I don't know if I like that thing I did at the end.
Natural.
Natural? All right, cool, let's cut. Having a pretty chill day. We made it up here to Midtown. We're a few blocks north of K-Town, though I think this could still qualify as K-Town. This is the fucking coldest beer on planet Earth. I'm excited. The waiter here was quick to tell me that Jajangmyeon was way different than Zha Jiang Mian. It's the Korean version. It has been adapted. As I said in the intro, it literally came in through the ports of Korea from Chinese immigrants and settled in Korean Chinatown. And then from there, it sort of spread out through Korea. Off the bat, this is way different than Chef Sammy's Zha Jiang Mian, because the sauce it sticks to the noodles a little bit more. It's a little bit less cohesive. Here you have much bigger pieces of pork. There's way more onion in it, so you get this really strong taste of allium and really nice onion flavor. Kind of not caramelized onion, but the kind of onion where it's quickly seared. But the real big difference here is this pork. This pork is a lot more like bacon than the pork that Chef Sammy used. I can't say if 100% this is cured pork, but it tastes a little bit more like cured pork or pork belly, as opposed to the ground pork that was in the Zha Jiang Mian. The other big difference here is that it's much less sweet. If you put two dishes next to each other and you said, which one is fried sauce noodle, I would say this is fried sauce noodle. It has much more like fried, caramelized flavors. I think it's pretty awesome that we can get both of these dishes, one subway ride away, from Chinatown to K-Town. And that's Jajangmyeon. Let's recap. We went down to Shanghai Asian Cuisine in Chinatown. We had Zha Jiang Mian, fantastic version of it. Thank you to Chef Sammy, thank you to Maggie. Also had an insane black truffle soup dumpling. I've never tasted anything like that, and it literally brought me straight back to Umbria, to Montefalco. Then we popped over to K-Town, a little bit north of K-Town. I went to Hyodong-gak. We had to try the Jajangmyeon. Totally different, same origin, but completely different dish. You know, way less sweet, way more onion flavor, a little bit more caramelized. I enjoyed both immensely. And you know, this is the beginning of my journey of eating Zha Jiang Mian. You know, Chef Sammy, he's a maverick. I don't know if that's what it tastes like in Beijing. I don't know if that's what it tastes like in Shandong. But we're gonna find out in this life. Thanks again for watching my show. Head to Chinatown, head to K-Town. Don't be a hater, be a creator. That is all for this week's episode of Eating with Robert. My name's Rob. See you next time. Thank you very much. Having a little coffee out here in Midtown. Hey, how you doing? I need a cup of coffee.
Come to eat Shanghai Asian Cuisine. Okay. You will love it.